Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as usual, ready to update you. We have a lot to say about Arsenal, but also more on Hugo Ekitike, on more stories, also on Man United. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, many things to say, to mention today. As always, a lot to say about Arsenal, but not only. So let me start with the latest news I got before recording this video. James McAtee, midfielder from Manchester City, who is expected to leave for a transfer fee around 20-25 million pounds this summer, is visiting Eintracht Frankfurt. So keep an eye on this possibility for McAtee to go to Eintracht in Bundesliga. It's a concrete possibility. Then in Bundesliga, Red Bull Leipzig are working on a deal to sign Johan Bakayoko from PSV Eindhoven. They are ahead of English clubs, including Nottingham Forest, who were pushing for him, and so now work in progress to get it done for Johan Bakayoko. But for sure, also something to say on Bryan Mbeumo, because Brentford have started considering a potential replacement for him. While the negotiation with Man United is still ongoing, is still underway, with Man United hopeful to have a breakthrough in talks as soon as possible, we can say that Brentford appreciate former Chelsea player Omari Hutchinson as an option to replace Bryan Mbeumo. He's one of the names they are considering internally. He's now at Ipswich Town, and so we will see what's gonna happen there. We have to see what's gonna happen at Arsenal, but exciting days, exciting hours for Arsenal fans for sure. I told you last night about Viktor Gyökeres. This Here We Go that is cooking is coming very soon, because the agents of Viktor Gyökeres are in London. They've landed early this morning. They are in constant meeting with Arsenal today in London to get the Viktor Gyökeres deal done. So any moment could be Here We Go. Waiting on what? Waiting on the final approval from Sporting on the structure of the bonuses. They have an agreement on 63.5 million euros fixed fee. They have an agreement on the reduction of the commission for the agent to allow Arsenal proceed with the deal at their conditions, and allow also Sporting to accept these conditions. Now working on the final steps. So 63.5 million euros fixed fee, 10 million euros will be in add-ons. Now they are waiting for final approval from Sporting to their proposal on how they want these bonuses to be activated. Guys, sometimes in football, for the fans, you just say, okay, the fee is this and the add-ons is this. But add-ons can be very difficult or very easy or immediate in some cases. Maybe some add-ons are activated after 1 point and so is guaranteed money. Maybe some add-ons are activated after 5 appearances and so is almost guaranteed money. In other cases, you have the add-ons activated when you win the league, when you get Champions League, when you win a trophy or whatever, or when you score a number of goals in the case of strikers. So this is what they've been discussing in the recent hours. Arsenal is Sporting the structure of the add-ons, but the deal is really in final stages with a Here We Go and final approval expected soon by Sporting to proceed with Viktor Gyökeres to travel to London too, where his agents are waiting for him, where Arsenal are waiting for him to proceed with a medical test and contract signing on a 5-year deal as a new Arsenal player. So work in progress on that one. We have a Here We Go for Arsenal, meanwhile, arrived in the morning, because Arsenal have closed the deal to sign Christian Mosquera as new centre-back from Valencia. Spanish, under 21, very talented. Italian clubs were trying to sign him at the beginning of the summer transfer window, in May, in June, trying really hard to make it happen for Mosquera, but Mosquera will go to Arsenal. Mosquera, who received 2 proposals from Valencia to extend this contract in the recent weeks after Arsenal approach, but Mosquera said, no thanks, I want to go to Arsenal, I'm going to Arsenal. So basically the choice for Valencia was sell the player now or lose the player on a free next season for him to go to Arsenal, because he only wanted to go to Arsenal. And so Valencia accepted the conditions from Arsenal, moving from 14 million euros first bid to 15 million euros plus add-ons second bid. So now the deal is done, 15 million euros plus add-ons, not even reaching 20 million euros. So a great negotiation for Arsenal, a great deal for a very talented defender, Christian Mosquera to Arsenal. He's a Here We Go. He's expected in London later this week to complete his medical test and sign in as a new Arsenal player. Noni Madueke, while I'm recording this video, is completing his medical at Arsenal. The documents are countersigned by Chelsea and by Arsenal. 48 million pounds plus 4 in add-ons, and so Madueke can be considered as new Arsenal player. On Eberechi Eze, Arsenal remain in contact with the agents of the player. So I told you 2 weeks ago, it was a Monday, that Arsenal made contact with the agent of Eberechi Eze. I maintained the information. The contacts are still ongoing between Arsenal and the agents. So absolutely working on this deal for Chiesa, waiting now to see how it works with Crystal Palace, because Palace always say that they want a risk clause. Arsenal hope that maybe later in the window they can change their stance and they can maybe negotiate. So the deal for Eze remains on, but at the moment more on player side than club side. Waiting for an official approach can come any moment, with Arsenal really pushing on the market on several targets. But for Eze, again, we are on player side at this stage of the window. Many questions also on Dusan Vlahovic, guys, in the recent hours. Guys, what I can tell you is just to confirm that Vlahovic is expected to leave Juventus this summer, that Vlahovic is not a key player for Juventus anymore. 1 year left on his contract, so Juventus are more than ready to let Vlahovic go. The player was offered to Manchester United, so that's why we have some stories and some rumors. Vlahovic has been offered to Man United because he has to leave Juventus. It's time for him to go and leave Juventus, but at the moment Manchester United are focused on Mbeumo and are not advancing on this deal for Dusan Vlahovic. They are aware of this possibility. He's been offered to Manchester United, but at the moment, to say that there is a negotiation for Vlahovic to Man United is something that I'm not aware at this stage of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, keep close eye to Ugo Ekitike, because I told you last week, and many said, Fabrizio, are you crazy? Why? They just signed Elanga, so why one more expensive player up front? But Newcastle are working on the deal to sign Ugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. I told you last week, and I maintain my position. Newcastle are on it. Newcastle want Ekitike. They wanted João Pedro before he decided to go to Chelsea, so they are still looking to add one more offensive player up front. They believe Ekitike is perfect for Eddie Howe in terms of skills, in terms of potential, in terms of goals to bring to the squad to play Champions League football next season. So Newcastle are working hard on the deal to sign Ugo Ekitike. He's a top target for them. They are really pushing now, working on the agreement on player side and with Eintracht. Of course, it's an expensive player, so it's not an easy or immediate deal for Ekitike, but Newcastle are on it in these hours, not in 3 or 4 weeks. In these hours, Newcastle are working on the deal for Ugo Ekitike. So let them work. Let's see what's going to happen there. We know there is interest from several clubs around Europe, including, for example, Liverpool, who still wait to see what's going to happen with Darwin Núñez. Chelsea called for him at the beginning of the summer transfer window. For Man United at the moment, the player looks expensive despite all the links you had in the media for weeks for Ekitike. Newcastle are on it. So let's see what's going to happen there, because Newcastle are really interested in Ugo Ekitike, are in contact with people involved in the deal. And so let's follow the situation, but for sure, Ugo Ekitike, Premier League, this is going to be one of the stories in this second half of the summer transfer window, moving towards mid-July with Ugo Ekitike. One to watch. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories. Victor Gyökeres, Christian Mosquera, Noni Madueke and more. So what's your feeling about Arsenal? Hit in the comments, and also Vlahovic, Ekitike and more, guys. Let me know your opinion. Here, as always, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.